change at that sort of level, that sort of, very desk, getting the insight with Ashen, finding gunners working a little bit. It's not like Cafe, it's fairly straightforward. It's like you say, everything that comes off the back of that. Well, I was going to say fortunately, Outlast were making good progress.
From that, it's going to be tricky. Ashen whiffing a lot of shots on that important 1v1 against Millie. Ooh, shot from the back by Logan. Exactly what we needed to see from Outlast. The Desk mentioned big defensive player for M80. Really benefiting from these role changes. Taking that player down early. 30 seconds to go. Good chance for Outlast to maybe claw this back. TrevMac dropping down. One player in Hammam on the opposite side as Logan gets another pick. Ooh, again, Gavini. Uncharacteristic, almost engagement loss. Gets him around the corner, but now it's M80 in the disadvantage. 10 seconds remaining as Logan instead with the diffuser. Gunner on a nice angle. Gets the Monty from behind. Diffuser with another. It's a big 1v1 to close things out. Can Outlast pick up their first early in the game? Not today, as M80 keep their discipline and win round one off time.
Strange. Nesta sort of dueling with Diffuser at the moment and just dancing around, but another C4 was a good portion of damage. The opening...
Still a lot of good utility, of course, the Monty, but 2 Candelas remaining. Deathmark's trackers as well as Veronix hops in with the 612, finds a direct line onto an extended M80 defender. Now pushing deeper into the site, quite isolated from the rest of his team. Dodge to the C4. With one player tucked around the corner. Heads up fight against the Azami. Outlast dismantling this defense off the back of these Candelas. Veronix pushing in every shot with the 612 landing. It's a flawless for Outlast to tie the... Through the old tower side, moving through games. Take a stare at Gunner as he goes for the bandage right in front of Nesta. Bit of a difficult play as M80 now tie things up, but that's the fight they needed to win. Veronix hopping in behind the Monty, loses the fight. Snake and Monty going down. Diffuser with all 3 for M80 so far. In that engagement at least. Milo also tracking the other shotgun defender around the corner. Yep, that's the end of the Demos. And so TrevMac not with a whole lot of options. Spots Gavini in the 1v3 now, but seems like M80 just going to play passive as there's no need to overextend their hand. But actually, right as I say that, TrevMac has Diffuser. You start putting this down. Maybe pull them in a little bit and bet on some mistakes from M80, but pushing deeper with solo time. Razorblue triggering his position. Not enough time to win these 1v1s, even if M80 were giving them up. They retake the lead in round.
And then M80 on the other side of things, getting caught out there. Thinking about a little bit of a rotate back, knows that there's some vert being made upstairs. Brilliant C4. Nesta caught out on the sledge. As so often Sledge does get caught out on that vert. It isn't a very favorable position to be in. This engagement in Nurse could be big though. Diffuser's going to make it 7 right now, and he will. Millie taken down. M80 in the driver's seat for round 4.
I can't find success on the one gunfight, just takes the other one. Classic stuff from Diffuser right now. 7-1 scoreline. Gavini that first one off a very close 2v3. Now here, it's complete lead for M80 at the moment. Gavini taking 2 separate 1v1s, only getting half of them. The TrevMac picks up an exit, but 30 seconds remaining. We've seen M80 play this out before. I don't think they're giving up any picks now.
No, default camera just to ensure that knowledge is transferred, that information is going to be known now. And I mean, Kiba barricades when you're getting into sight with low...
Something from scratch at least. It's still only a minute to start falling pretty quickly, especially if you aren't able to land that pick. How many C4s landed this Blackbeard's feet? 3 of the 4 dedicated to taking down that shield. TrevMac hops in for a quick pick as it's a tie game, 3-3. 55 seconds remaining.
A bit more equipment and further this advance, further this push. Gunner will take Nesta down though. It's the advantage with M80, and we know what they like to do when they're in this position. They like to dig in and force the attackers to push.
Especially against a team like Outlast, who still, as in every new team does, struggle with the fundamentals. Tries to make it work, tries to reset. That's a banger shot from Millie, but...
The time's doing a lot of the work for M80 here, isn't it? It's a patience game. And to see Ashen and how much this player has grown, being able to sit on that stairs for the whole round is commendable. Savage on the flip side, not so patient. He's taking the fight straight to him.
Taken straight to him. Logan will get that trade, but both him and Ashen winning those early shotgun engagements. Gunner with a nice trade too. His Outlast push in quite late, picking up some important frags. M80, who have just been holding these positions the entire half, have have been thinking of every possibility, every gunfight that could conceivably go their way, and they're ready for them when they arrive. Not a flawless, but a
operator bands here. Yes. Playing with each other. I would rather you try to play as perfect as you possibly can.
Through it and bypasses that entire obstacle and nothing on the opposite side. I mean, M80, they are facing resistance, but kind of just gliding by it, moving through. But this is where they might start to face some problems. Millie with the first pick. Diffuser, MVP of this matchup so far, 9-2. Veronix winning that fight against the player behind the Blackbeard. Savage not having the same success with his shield we've seen so far, but as him and Gavini both get kills, especially one inside of the site. Ashen's so good for it, shoots the C4. Might end up leaving a bit of a gap. As the defender trying to find hopovers. Another C4 lands at Savage's back. That'll be the diffuser, dropped on the floor. So now Gavini moving in for the next one. Ashen, the only player who can cover with another defender close by. Needs to win it. He threatens to hop over top. Impact grenade hitting, but barely even scuffing him. He finally hops over and gets the kill, and Trevmac from around the corner. A big 1v1 and a sigh of relief as Outlast snatch away the first.
A much closer round there than what we've been seeing up until this point, but that's what the side swap will do to a game of C. Gaveni starts to look again, that door open. That wall, excuse me.
Nice.
Savage gets caught out on the C4. He was softened up already, so it wouldn't have taken much.
Secondary utility usage. Both C4s burned. Vulcan packs now starting to get popped. Millie, a big kill swinging around the hard breach. Might be traded by M80. But that's another 5v3 for Outlast moving into the later portions of these rounds.
Do that at the minute.
No, it is just wild swinging for everybody on the defense and attack. Nobody getting kills either way. Gunnar Gavini downed outside as Gunnar hops to retrieve him. Ashen finish off by Logan. It's going to be a 2-round stomp from Outlast to have completely kept M80 at the gates. A double for Nesta to finish.
Millie a little bit out of there. Just at the top of these central stairs. Oh, Gunnar, you've got no idea. He's just round the corner for you. It's going to be a freebie, Millie. He'll happily take that. If he even can get himself back to sight, that will be a huge boom. But Savage falls as well on the Blackbeard. It just goes from bad to worse.
Millie cannot lose fights right now. 3 on opening duels on the defense, now taking down Gunnar. As M80 not only have 0 answers, they've got 0 ideas on these fortress attacks. It doesn't even look close. Diffuser, that's his first kill, and I can't even tell you how long. Rough doesn't even begin to describe it for M80 as Outlast, uncontested throughout these 3 rounds. Ashen fighting back, takes a 1v1 against Logan, spotted on the default. Joining up with Diffuser, but with Diffuser not in their hands, ironically. They'll have to win some important picks to regain control. Ashen finding one. Millie shut down, who's been such a big player for Outlast on these defenses. Diffuser recovers it. But only 10 seconds remaining. One smoke as well to drain even more time off the clock. It's thrown the opposite way. Ashen walks right into it. Diffuser hit with the Gershmot as well, but wins a key 1v1. Veronix down low, but there's just no time. Outlast letting it run low as they take.
Without those big impactful kills.
And the defender falls back in turn. Ashen trying to get in the cutoff position, not able to find the kill as Logan from down below gets a big flank. Him and Veronix both for the pinch. Gavini a nice double with the 417.
Gunnar can start to try and move through, but these 2 remaining attackers are almost as separate as the 2 defenders. He's at your feet. Trev with the turn and burn onto Gunnar, but Gavini has all now
sprinting in, made his way to Museum. Gavini taking cover behind the Kiba and the deployable shield. Trevmac trying to play this the best he can. Journeyman player knows how to bait out a plant. Gavini falling off and gets the kill. Must
the game here.
Located a bomb. As it often is on Fortress, really take your time in this first minute and a half. When you overplay things, right as I say that. Ashen dropping down Old Tower, walks into a Gershmot and an F-Naught. So, I mean, he was taking things slow. He was like alt walking around that corner, shift walking around that corner, and hit by all that utility. Difficult situation, but trying his best. Gunnar, the next kill on Veronix. Savage down and finished off by Logan. Another 1v1, but Gunnar takes it. Outlast, so aggressive, so
out of position. No one there for the catch, though. The F-Naught still in play. And that's going to do quite a lot to keep him secure. But those 2 kills from Gveni and Gunnar, they are going to throw Millie into an impossible spot.
That might just be what does it. Millie's been good throughout so many of these defenses. Now with Gunnar getting to plant down around the corner. Can't see the angle, and Gveni gets it done.
Well, Outlast, they put up a fight on that second half, but M80, they get down to business and close it out 7-4. We've got Gunnar standing by to talk with after this victory. Another 3 points for you guys as you continue to rocket towards the top of the standings, undefeated so far. Can you talk to me about the approach coming into a game like this? Like, we know that Outlast are going to be a weaker team. Maybe you don't want to show too much to the rest of the field. How do you approach a match like this?
I mean, we approached it the same way we did before. We were willing to bring out a new map need be. Like, we're not really hiding anything. We're just trying to win. 3 points is 3 points. And, you know, we want to get as many points as we can, lock in playoffs as fast as possible. So there's no difference. I mean, there was no prep because they don't have anything on this map. But, like, you know, we still went over everything we needed to go over, prepared the same way we prepared for every other game. And, yeah.
Good man.
Rat King, hello. You kind of already answered this question for me, but in the sense of you're not hiding anything, I mean, you guys are undefeated. You are the only undefeated team left. I'm going to put all that narrative into your head. You have 14 points. Theoretically, that might even lock you in for playoffs. You guys have 4 games remaining. Do you at any point see yourselves, you know, taking advantage of the opportunity to maybe explore some other maps and get some game day reps, or are you going to be going hard every single remaining match here?
I mean, I still think we're going to go as hard as we possibly can because, I mean, we kind of showed the maps that we don't usually play already.
Yeah.
Out there. I don't think people really even know, like, what to play us on right now because we've brought out, you know, our club, our banks, our fortress, like, maps that Old M80 weren't usually playing as much, you know?
It's
so,
all over now.
yeah, I mean, we're still going to go hard, especially in this back end is the, quote-unquote, tougher teams, you know? So you don't want to give them the confidence in beating you and, you know, doing all that. Like, I think a big thing for playoffs is confidence, and getting those wins would be a, you know, big confidence booster.
Well, Gunnar, again, congratulations. I don't think we've said it enough to you guys. You guys are undefeated, 14 points. Obviously, got to feel good. And with the additions of Ashen and Savage, I'm kind of curious, you know, what is the short-term goal for M80, and kind of what are we looking for once we get into playoffs and possibly qualifying for EWC? Where do you see yourself realistically if you do qualify for EWC?
I mean, for this, I guess, new iteration of M80, like, our goals are still the same. You know, we're very competitive. We have a lot of winners on this team, and we want to keep winning. So first step is making that major, which means making, the, you know, the little goals, making playoffs for this, which is should happen. And then, you know, beating out those teams we play in playoffs. I mean, that's what we're kind of looking at right now. There's no reason to be looking at, like, the EWC right now or anything. So, I mean, for us, it's just making the major right now, staying consistent. Obviously today we looked a little more shaky, and, like, you know, that's gonna happen. And it's just building off of games like this, you know, or we showed a little shakier side today and we're still able to win. And just building off of that, you know, for the coming weeks, because we need to look better.
I was gonna say, I guess that's a little bit of a follow-up question. So do you contribute a lot of Outlast rounds that they won more so on your guys making fundamental errors?
Actually, no, I mean, there was the kitchen round where I misdroned someone and the guy killed me, but, like, they made a great power on our direct. They fully countered it. They had a guy in tower, guy hop over. I mean, people are sitting in Outlast, but, like, I mean, they made great plays today. They layered up and played their crossfires correctly today. I mean, you could say what you want about them, but they played it correctly, and it caught us off guard for sure. We thought we were maybe going to get a little bit more of, like, a fight early round, and it just wasn't coming. And we were really sloppy in the mid to late round today, so. And they capitalized on that. Luckily, you know, we kind of shaped it up a little bit, but yeah, I mean, they played a defense pretty well.
Well, if you or me aren't the good cop for Outlast, maybe we should just hire Gunnar.
Just bring Gunnar on after every Outlast.
Thank you so much, Gunnar. Really appreciate your insight on you guys and on Outlast as well. Congrats again on the win.
Thank you.
Well, what a finish from them, but really good to hear that he felt like his opponents were challenging them a little bit.
Listen, I will always give credit where credit is due, and I think those 3 defensive rounds from Outlast were really something tremendous. I do want to give them credit, and even the round that he was talking about, we were talking about in the back, it was a very good flank from them. They had the response. They were right with one another. They were playing with each other. They were going for those trades, and that's why I stress so much.